Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You've probably heard the term machine learning thrown around a lot, right? It sounds incredibly complex, maybe even a little bit like science fiction. But what if I told you the core idea is actually something you understand intuitively? Today, we're going to demystify machine learning and show you how it is already a huge part of your daily life. Let's start with the official, textbook definition. Machine learning is the study of computer algorithms that can improve automatically through experience and by the use of data. Okay, that's a mouthful. Let's break it down into simple, human terms. Imagine you're trying to teach a young child what a cat is. You wouldn't hand them a dense textbook on feline biology, would you? Of course not. You'd show them pictures. You'd point and say, "That's a cat," and when they point to a dog, you'd say, "No, that's a dog, not a cat." You provide examples, both positive and negative. Over time, after seeing enough examples, the child's brain starts to recognize the patterns on its own: the pointy ears, the whiskers, the shape of the eyes, the way it moves. They build an internal model of catness without ever being given a list of explicit rules. Machine learning works in the exact same way, but instead of a child's brain, it's a computer algorithm, and instead of just a few pictures, it's often millions or even billions of data points. So, let's revisit that definition. When we say an algorithm can improve automatically, it means the system gets smarter on its own. The more examples it sees, the more accurate it becomes, without a human programmer having to go in and manually tweak the code each time. Next, through experience. For a machine, experience isn't about climbing a tree or going on vacation. Its experience is processing information. This could be looking at millions of photos, analyzing countless customer reviews, listening to thousands of hours of speech, or sifting through endless weather reports. Each piece of data is a tiny bit of experience. And finally, by the use of data, this is the most crucial part. Data is the food, the fuel, the textbook for the machine learning algorithm. Without data, the machine has nothing to learn from. The quality and the sheer amount of data you provide directly determine how well the machine can learn to perform its task. It's the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. High quality, diverse data is what leads to a truly intelligent system. Now, to really get why this is such a revolutionary idea, let's contrast it with what we call traditional programming. For decades, if you wanted a computer to do something, a programmer had to sit down and write out every single instruction, step by step. Think of it like a very detailed recipe. The computer just follows the rules it's been given. For example, if you wanted to write a program to identify spam emails the old-fashioned way, you'd have to create a massive list of rules. You'd tell it, if the email contains the words free money, then it's spam. If the email has a lot of exclamation points, then it's spam. If the sender's address looks suspicious, then it's spam. You can immediately see the problem, right? Spammers would just change their tactics. They'd write FR33M0NA instead, and your program would be useless until you manually updated the rules. It's a constant, exhausting game of cat and mouse. Machine learning flips this entire process on its head. Instead of giving the computer the rules, we give it the data and the desired answers, and we ask it to figure out the rules for itself. So, for our spam filter example, you would feed the ML algorithm a massive dataset of emails. You'd give it thousands of emails that have already been labeled by humans as spam and thousands more labeled as not spam. The algorithm then analyzes all of this data and starts to find the patterns on its own. It might learn that certain words, a particular sentence structure, or specific sender domains are highly correlated with spam. It builds its own complex, nuanced set of rules that are often far more sophisticated than anything a human could think up and write down. This figuring it out process is the learning. The algorithm makes a prediction, checks if it was right or wrong based on the labels, and then adjusts its internal model to be a little bit better next time. It does this over and over, thousands or millions of times, until its model becomes incredibly accurate at distinguishing spam from legitimate email. And the best part, when spammers change their tactics, you just feed the model new examples of the latest spam, and it learns and adapts automatically. It's no longer a brittle system based on fixed rules. It's a flexible, evolving system that learns from experience. This is why machine learning is so powerful. It allows us to solve problems that are incredibly difficult or even impossible to tackle with traditional programming. Think about recognizing a face in a photo. Could you write down a list of rules to describe your best friend's face that a computer could follow? It's practically impossible, but with machine learning, you can just show the computer thousands of photos of your friend, and it will learn to recognize them from any angle, in any lighting. So, where do you see this technology today? It's everywhere. When Netflix or YouTube recommends a video you might like, that's machine learning. It has analyzed your viewing history and compared it to millions of other users to predict what you lines want to watch next. When you speak to your phone's voice assistant like Siri or Google Assistant, that's ML turning your speech into text and understanding your commands. When your bank sends you a fraud alert because of a suspicious transaction, that's an ML model that has learned the patterns of your normal spending and flagged an anomaly. It's in the spam filter that keeps your inbox clean, the navigation app that predicts traffic and gives you the fastest route, the camera that automatically detects faces to focus on, and even in cutting-edge medical research, where it's being used to spot tumors in X-rays with greater accuracy than human experts. So, to sum it all up, machine learning is not magic. It's a powerful approach to computer science where, instead of programming explicit rules, we design algorithms that can learn the rules for themselves by finding patterns in data. We give them experience in the form of data, and they improve automatically. It's teaching our machines to learn, and in doing so, it's allowing us to solve a whole new class of problems and build a smarter, more helpful world. I hope this helped demystify what machine learning is all about. It's a fascinating field that's only going to become more important in the coming years. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.